And then a few years back, I was in Kenya as well and had lunch with a friend there. He also couldn't understand. And I looked at their data in terms of homicide rates. It's about five per 100,000 people, the homicide rate in Kenya. Compared to ours in the 40s per 100,000 people. And these are poorer countries. In Africa in general, many sub-Saharan African countries, you can't find this level of crime. Could it be that, I guess my point is that it could really be a cultural thing, because we are not as poor as those countries, and we don't have, and we have these levels of crime. Now, some people, and this is where I want you to jump in now, Martin. Some people say it's the levels of inequality in South Africa. That the Gini coefficient is very, very high. We have very, big gap between the rich and the poor, and those countries don't have they don't have our levels of inequality. How do you argue against that argument that inequality is is the cause of our serious crime problem?
Okay, yeah, I think that's right. That is something that a lot of people would say. And I would say, again, there is 3 levels to address that. I think the first thing to say, and this does tend to confuse people, but bear with me.
Yeah.
Inequality, the inequality issue is a self-fulfilling prophecy. So we have activists in this country, and we've had them for many, many years, who go around into communities, into universities, onto television, onto radio, and they tell people that inequality is a problem. And lo and behold, it then becomes a political issue. And we've seen this all around the world. Poor people do not go to bed fretting about the fact that someone else has more wealth than they do. That is not something that naturally occurs. What does occur is that people want to live comfortably, they want to eat, they want to be able to send their kids to school, etc. That is what people worry about. They do not worry generally about other people's levels of wealth. That is not the problem. But as a downstream consequence of political activism, inequality has, through the activism, become a problem in South Africa. So that's the first point. It is a self-fulfilling prophecy where it has been made on the back of activism to be seen as a social problem.